Speaking to the importance of hiring, as CEO, I feel like I have three core focuses: making sure the company has a great strategy for now and into the future, make sure the company has the resources to execute on it, and building the appropriate team. So echoing what's been said of our team building is one of the most important things probably for all of us at the table. And the bigger you get, the more important it becomes, not less.
Something that I enjoy particularly about Plug and Play versus sort of other models, not that was the question though, is that it's a little more practical in terms of bringing together industry partners, potential customers, et cetera. And for me, any accelerator, the most valuable thing you can actually do is help me grow the business, right? It's not teaching me about how to do Google search words. Like most founders by nature like to figure things out and do things. And so I've always felt that sort of conundrum with a lot of the accelerator programs out there, which end up being a little more education oriented and a little less practical. And so, I do think that the best that you get out of an accelerator is when it's really all about helping you build your business, making customer introductions, helping you find talent, actually digging in the weeds and solving business problems. Personally, I also think accelerators are more helpful for first-time founders than multiple-time founders because you sort of have some of that networks built in play. And I think I previously started a company, and so we weren't really as necessarily keen to jump into an accelerator. But I will say the value that Plug and Play provides on the business development side is something that I think is pretty unique, and probably what I would do an accelerator for is the customer and revenue growth more than anything else.
I really enjoyed being part of Plug and Play's incubator. So we're as I mentioned, first-time founders. We were coming out of college, starting our businesses, and I remember being in Plug and Play's office in Sunnyvale and working with the team, getting introduced to the startup ecosystem. When we started our company, I mean, we literally knew nothing. I mean, we didn't knew a single person. I mean, literally, we bought a one-way ticket to Silicon Valley. We didn't know how to even get an apartment, so we were like looking on Craigslist, and the Plug and Play team actually helped us find an apartment, which is great. But we were working out of their office. I remember, we were just so out of it. I mean, we made up these like $50 business cards, and we would just print them out and cut them out. And we'd go to these networking events, just try and meet as many people as possible. Those like sort of dinky networking events at the back of a bar where they have like really cold nachos and whatever. But we go to hundreds of those events to try to meet people. But that's sort of how we built up our kind of network and the like. And so Plug and Play actually was helpful was, both certainly the business development piece, which was critically important in the beginning for sure, but also just getting introduced to the ecosystem, meeting other founders, meeting other investors, institutional investors, and just getting advice, I think was very practically important. And so, recently I've been, doing a lot of angel investing and have co-founded a number of other businesses after Fiscal Notes, and each one of them, I encourage them to start working with Plug and Play in some form or fashion. Given also just one practical thing about Plug and Play is the sort of broad corporate network that Plug and Play has access to. And so if you're particularly in B2B or enterprise, I don't know how it is in consumer, but B2B enterprise, it is so hard to get in front of a C-level Fortune 1000 executive to go talk about your company. I mean, it's like, just networking your way in, and then, scheduling a meeting and getting to the pitch is like a 6 to 9 month process. And so if you can shortcut that, that's worth a lot for sure. And I think that in and of itself is kind of valuable enough to be in the ecosystem.